This morning you're joining me as I photograph an urban classic, Dracula Castle, Bran Castle in Romania. Now before I photograph it and the light kicks off behind me, I've got to get up here. I've got to get a move on. Things are kicking off. No time to waste. That was a power surge. Oh, difficult to get up to the top. Oh. It's not long hike, but it's an incredibly steep one. But I got better light than last night. I actually came up here last night with a group who have decided to stay in bed this morning. It was due to be overcast, but lo and behold, of course, that isn't the case, and we've now got sky behind the castle, so it's kind of backlit at the moment, which makes things a little bit more challenging. Looks something like this. I was supposed to bring my drone up here, I just forgot to collect it from the car, so you're going to have to be content with me for a minute. So focal length wise, I'm trying two different things. I've tried 50 and I'm trying my 15 to 35. 15 to 35 seems a little too wide, and the subject's a little small in frame, because you know it's right over there. But actually, to be honest with you, the 50mm focal length is kind of perfect, to be honest. I'm actually just placing it dead centre in my composition, and it's looking quite smart. Now whenever I photograph places like this, I'm always looking for vantage points that can give you elevation to go straight across if possible. And some of these vantage points in some castles like this are not for the faint-hearted. There's ones in Germany, for instance, where if you take one slip, one bad move, you could actually fall some distance. But you need to get high, these vantage points like this, to get opposite, to get the view of the castle. Now this particular one is backlit at this time of the morning, but I believe the sun's going to come up and kind of cast a nice glow on the castle from this position. This is where I am now. I'll show you from up here. Now my legs have recovered. Let's get up. Oh, it took some strength to get up here this morning. So I'm down there, you can see on the cross, that's me, all set up and tucking myself just underneath it. And that's the view of the castle, like so. So it's looking fairly cool. And that's my position. Yeah, the clouds are much better than they were last night, which was basically grey and non-existent, to be honest. So I've been slightly rewarded. It's not an amazing sunrise, but it is nice. So yeah, worth getting out of bed for. Now, in terms of being patient and timings, well, that's going to come into it now, because I'm going to just need to sit here and chill by this cross and see if I get a better lighting condition, which is possible, because the sun's going to rise up and potentially cast its glow over the horizon onto the castle itself. Focusing just on the castle itself. I'm carrying enough around on this trip, so to be honest with you, it's nice to be able to do it with what I have. So 50mm is actually, you know, a pretty smart choice. It worked out quite nicely actually. The sky is good. I apologise for my colour combination this morning. Blue and green is not exactly fashion you know, 101. The light has changed completely now. I think the clouds have gone for the morning. It's opened up to kind of softer light. It's looking quite good. Now, if you were going to come here to photograph Bran Castle like this, I think, to be honest with you, it would look great at blue hour. The lights come on in there. We waited last night for it for a bit, but it was pretty windy in the valley below, so we didn't hang around long, and the guys were pretty hungry too. They've missed out a little bit this morning because I think the light has been a lot better.
Yep.
So if you were going to come up here and photograph this castle, I've got a few tips for you that will help you. First of all, this is by far the best viewpoint. You can park opposite. How busy it's going to get, I don't know in the future, and whether they make a staircase going up here. And if that happens, of course, there'll then be a barrier here too, which is not ideal. The fact that it's quite steep, the incline, and this is a sheer drop off here, probably makes this viewpoint special and under-visited. To get up here, you need proper shoes. You know, I'm wearing my old 511 boots, like so. Do not come in the winter, although snow here would be spectacular. You need to be able-bodied. You need to be able to be good on your feet. It's a short walk. I got up here in less than a minute this time. But of course, it's a very steep incline, so you need to be fairly able-bodied. One of my participants last night used a tripod to help them assist them up, and they've actually got a very bad ankle that needs an operation. So if they made it, I think most people actually can, unless you're being fairly lazy, in my opinion. Because, you know, it's not difficult really. It's more of a steep, sharp incline. Is it worth it? Yeah, I think so. Especially if you're going to get great conditions. Autumn would be spectacular here with the tree colour and so on, and I might try and look to do that later on this year. I think I've done my photography this morning. I don't see much changing other than the sun coming up over that horizon. It's a good one. For sure, hard on the knees on the way down. Probably best on the arse, to be honest. So I'm in Romania for another 5 days before I head out to the UK. To be honest with you, I probably would never attempt that in the winter months, going up there. It's spectacular at this time of year, but more importantly, probably autumn. And you need it to be dry. If it's been raining, I wouldn't attempt it either. For me personally, the next 5 days are going to be fairly busy. I've got loads of stuff planned for the group. Hopefully a lot of it comes off. Some of it's new, some of it's old, some of it's classics, and some of it is really helpful to the route in the future, like making a nice route for a group. Romania's large, huge country, so it's difficult to get a set route for a group, for a group tour. Of course, you've got the mountain range, sort of bordering Transylvania, right through the centre, curling through the country, and that makes most routes difficult and long and challenging on single track roads with tractors, horse carts, that kind of thing. I'm going to try and stick the drone up because I think that the wind is only in the lower part of the valley, so if I get the drone up and above, I think it's going to be okay. Now, the steep hill opposite Bran Castle is not accessible at certain times of the year, of course, and of course if it's been raining. But there's another way to get great photos, and that is with a drone, as I've mentioned. And I've got some tips and tricks for you to mention how we can go about getting Bran Castle in some great images. You can adjust your altitude to align with the castle. the forest, the mountains or the open sky, not just rooftops like you can get from down below. It also lets you shoot from the northwest, the side or even directly above, showing how the structure sits and is placed on the rock. You can add layers, trees, roads, rooftops to give scale and atmosphere. From the ground you're locked into one fixed perspective, and with a drone you can build something much more dynamic. To maximise the potential of your drone, consider the following tips. Things like shooting in RAW for full control when editing like you would in your camera, go at sunrise or sunset, golden hour like I've done in this video, or of course you can add natural foreground, things like tree branches, cliffs, rooftops. They can give yourself a bit of depth to the image. Try side angles or wide, elevated views to show the full scale or the setting of the castle like I've done in this particular set of images. Bracket your exposures like you would do in a camera because that gives you more dynamic range in post. And fly responsibly, stay outside the grounds, keep a distance from the structure and stay below 120 metres whilst in Romania. This is the other way of course to capture Bran Castle. I've just flown there. This thing just handled some very nice winds up there, quite strong. I did get a warning on the screen, but I ran the battery nice and low and I've just flown that with a 16 filter on it, ND16. So basically this is the other way of course to be able to get nice shots of Bran Castle. Okay, I think that wraps me up for this morning's shoot. I'm going to go back and get some breakfast. I'm pretty much done. I'm quite tired already actually, probably that hike. Now in terms of me coming up, I've got 5 days left in Romania until I depart to the UK. After that I'm going to be kind of going off to Serbia and Montenegro, so keep a lookout for those videos as well. I don't know if I'm going to have much more time for many more videos from here. I'll try and squeeze one more in to complete the Romania 2025 video series. Until then, got any comments in below and see you all very soon.